Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. I am persistent with these last couple of uploads, although YouTube is taking an extremely longer time than usual to upload my videos, and they're not even all that long. Well, at least they're not like half an hour or that much anymore, but whatever. Main event here tonight in the go-home show of NXT before takeover. Tag team matchup, Sami, Callihan, and Chavo Guerrero. Before their NXT title matchup at takeover, they team up to take on the Brood, Vampiro, and Gangrel. Can Callihan and Guerrero get on good terms before their NXT title matchup at takeover? We shall see. That is your main event. Ladies and gentlemen, that should be a good tag team matchup. So first two matches, we're going to simulate it. We're going to watch the third and fourth. Tanahashi, EC3 for a second time in last episode. EC3 defeated Tanahashi. This is Tanahashi's rematch. Can he pick up victory? And he does. Tied at 1-1 apiece for Tanahashi and EC3. Pete Dunne and Alexander Wright, of course, fail foray for the European Championship at takeover. But before that, and Pete Dunne picks up victory beforehand at the Fatal 4-Way as he defeats Alexander Wright. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the debut of two superstars. First one being Brian Kendrick, and you guys might be familiar with the superstar from my career mode. It's me, or it's Xavier Black, which is not my real name, but it sounds awesome, so stick with it. We are debuting in humorous mode. I'm not gonna act like this is myself here. For career mode, I do in Wrestling Evolution 3D. But anyway, bringing the fight to Kendrick against this young rookie, Xavier Black. God, man, this is awesome. But yeah, so after this matchup, we shall announce the other two matches for takeover, because so far we only got 3 matches confirmed. Of course, we got the NXT tag titles being confirmed as Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly. They defend against DIY, and DIY's rematch clause for the NXT tag titles. European Championship will be defended. William Ospreay defends it against Pete Dunne, Alexander Wright, and Zack Sabre Jr. in a fatal 4-Way. And of course, the NXT Championship, Sami Callihan challenges Chavo Guerrero. Anyway, we are absolutely destroying Kendrick here, or I should say Black. There, go ahead and keep it. Like saying Xavier Black. And now Boston Crab by Kendrick. Kendrick gets sent down to the floor. Gets on crashing and burning, and now Black. Tornado DDT on the outside. Kendrick springs back up. What a no-sell. And now Kendrick trying to gain the upper hand here. What a knee strike by Xavier Black. Ladies and gentlemen, Black. What a major victory this would be for our Black or Kendrick, because both these men, they're actually debuting here in humorous mode. This is their first ever matchup here in humorous mode, and what a way to have it here on NXT. And now Brian Kendrick leaping DDT to Black. Both of these men on count of 6 here. This matchup could easily end in a count out. That won't be a good first impression. And now side takedown by Kendrick. He might as well get back inside the ring here. He does at the count of 9. And so does Black at the count of 7, respectively. Kendrick with the upper hand here. But now Black able to switch the tables. Tables have now turned or not. Back and forth matchup between both Kendrick and Black. And Brian Kendrick takes down Xavier Black with a crossbody. Now has him sleeper hold. I did this for the audio because it wasn't loud enough. And, well, Kendrick misses the splash there. Able to redeem himself by sending Black flying. But now, okay, Black trying to go for something there. But now, Xavier Black off the top rope. He gets caught from the 450. And now, okay, this happened. Black did the 450. Kendrick caught him. And then Black countered into a small package. And now Brian Kendrick sunset flip. Xavier Black will sunset flip. 1, 2, and back and forth action. This is insane. This is an amazing matchup. But the knee strike right to Kendrick. Kendrick gets sent flying, and oh my god, that was a fast matchup. I am impressive. Xavier Black picks up a victory against Brian Kendrick in like a 2-minute matchup. But that was an amazing finish. Like, we're doing some like Ring of Honor. No, we're doing some like PWG type finish right there. Anyway, matchup for takeover. 2 more announced. Lars Sullivan, he takes on Chris Hero in an X Division matchup. Sullivan has been dominant. Can he be dominant against the Knockout Artist? And they shown the rubber matchup. Not Chris Hero. EC3, Hiroshi Tanahashi, their third meeting. Last episode, EC3 defeated Tanahashi. In this meeting, of course, when we simulated, Tanahashi got his revenge. He defeated EC3. And now, the third matchup between EC3 and Hiroshi Tanahashi, the rubber match, the final one to see who wins, who is going to win and lead against the chart 2-1, Tanahashi and EC3 at takeover. And ladies and gentlemen, there you go. The match card for takeover will be uploaded like later on after this. Although we already know the whole match card, but might as well do a whole video for it, because why not? And I still need to change Sami Callihan's name because Callihan is not spelled with an A in the middle of L and G. It has it doesn't have a G in it anyway. It's CALLIHAN. I spelled it wrong. I need to fix that. Anyway, now. Well, Callihan just sends Gangrel flying. First thing I see as soon as I turn around, trying to look at the match card here. So, of course, I got a whole match card in front of me. We got Takeover, and then in the bottom, we got SummerSlam. And then on the next page, we got the SummerSlam pre-show because I forgot to write that down. So, yeah, Takeover is going to have 5 matches. The SummerSlam pre-show, 3 matches. 1 for Raw, 1 for SmackDown, 1 for ECW. And then the pay-per-view. Actual SummerSlam pay-per-view. 10 matches. 4 for Raw, 3 for ECW, 4 for SmackDown. And I'll send the whole match card. Do the whole match card for that after we do Takeover. So yes, that should be good. Anyway, now Gangrel gets sent flying off the ring apron, off the Irish Whip. I am struggling to remember wrestling moves here. Guerrero on top of the rope. Was thinking of perhaps going after Vampiro. Legal men in this matchup are still Sami Callihan and Gangrel. Of course, Callihan, Gangrel, and Vampiro. If there's one thing that they all have in common, that is not only that they are insane, but also they did both come from the Raw roster. Callihan originally was in Raw. Guerrero originally was in SmackDown. But then after that, the whole NXT roster came along. Well, remember, we have the whole history of the NXT Championship dating back to the first episode of Superstars. But now we stopped doing Superstars, and after we did 3 episodes of Main Event, we stopped doing that because I'm getting too lazy for these. Because Superstars Main Event is just too extra, so there's no use in me doing it. Especially since the only shows that actually matter are Raw, ECW, SmackDown, and NXT. But yeah, I still do pre-shows for the Raw, ECW, and SmackDown stuff because why not? This gives me an excuse to use the awesome logos, I guess, I don't know. Anyway, Callihan doing very well here against Gangrel. So far, Callihan and Guerrero, they've been doing very well for themselves. Well, of course, we haven't got to a point in which Callihan has to tag in Chavo. Chavo, of course, won the NXT Championship back a couple of weeks ago against Mr. Perfect. Of course, Mr. Perfect, the first ever NXT champion, he won that in a Battle Royal, in a Raw vs. SmackDown vs. ECW Battle Royal. Mr. Perfect won it for SmackDown. And there was a whole NXT Championship, and that was the first ever episode of Superstars, and it was very eventful. And it was pretty good. That was back when I still enjoyed doing Superstars. Until we got to like the last 3 episodes of Superstars that I uploaded, and that's when I just didn't care about it anymore. Or the episode after the Miz versus Apollo Crews matchup, I don't know. Well, there. As that was a whole brief history of stuff you probably didn't care about. And now Callihan drives him down. I forgot Callahan's finisher. Not gonna lie. Wait, what was it called? It was called the Callihan. But on wait, I'm getting confused here. On second thought, I don't think that's even his finisher. That was a body slam into a forward power driver. Isn't it like a double underhook power driver? The cranial contusion, where it is. I know it's cranial something. Isn't like a double underhook power driver? I'll search it up after this. I sound so bad in wrestling knowledge right now, but whatever. Guerrero anyway. That happened. Powerbomb Northern Lights. Setting up for perhaps Frog Smash or not, because that could be the end of the matchup. We don't know. Vampiro, he is doing horrible in here. Well, of course, and I know I did not know how to create Sami Callihan in here. This doesn't look all that much like Callihan. This was the best I could do. Of course, I could make him look like Solomon Crow. Same person, different name, but, you know. Sticking with Callihan. Okay, in stereo. By Chavo and Callihan. They are working very well. I am legit surprised. Surprised that at least not one of them having even bothered to strike each other. They're doing very well against the Brood. To think that the Brood were so menacing, and to think that they were such actually a pretty decent tag team when they're on Raw. Going down to NXT here, you'd think they'd be better. Of course, other members of the Brood included Edge and Christian. Christian was the weak link of the Brood, but now it's just Edge and Christian. And the Brood, the regular members, well, Gangrel, of course, the leader. Him and Vampiro, which is the newest member of the Brood. Well, the latest one as of a long time ago, to be fair, but, you know, still the latest member. As they went down to NXT, Edge and Christian stay on Raw. So, just how it goes. The Brood now disassembled. And I think because Edge was actually the strongest link of the Brood, to be fair. And if not the most successful series there, Callihan taunting Vampiro. And he gets in trouble for that, but okay, Callihan not gonna sell it. He just is mainly gonna get back up. No, the announcer that's on the was on the ring apron, and now Callihan just sending Gangrel almost onto the table, just clipping it, barely clipping it. Sami Callihan dropped Guerrero, main event for NXT takeover for the NXT championship. Of course, Callihan he won a battle royal. One of those men in the battle royal was Lars Sullivan. I believe the final two was actually Callihan and Sullivan, or I know Sullivan was the final three at least, but Sullivan he did get eliminated, and it was very surprising. The fact that Callihan won was also very surprising. I believe Hiroshi Tanahashi was also in it. He did fairly well as well, if I could properly remember, although that was a couple weeks ago. But whatever. Even though Vampiro striking Chavo there. This is a whole mess right here. Okay, that was very convenient. Gangrel missed the spin heel kick, and now Chavo, the legal man Callihan, was a seated powerbomb delivered to Gangrel. The impact on that, and yes, pun intended, Humakin. There was no pun intended. Get it? Impact Callihan? Okay, yeah, whatever. Didn't previously Sami Callihan took off Pentagon Jr.'s mask in Impact? The only thing I watch is their highlights, to be fair. You know, you watch very much of it. Alright, anyway, moving on. Because TNA is currently horrible, so I might as well not mention them. They were good when I was growing up, which is like 2007, watching them. Because I didn't know about them in 2004, 2005, or 2006. Because I didn't have the conscience of that. I was still like 3 in 2006. And another body slam. Okay, Callihan's killing another one here. Body slam into like a forward power driver, and then a triangle choke I just finally noticed. Okay then. Callihan just murdered Gangrel and Vampiro. They're not going to be taking Sami Callihan's blood. If anything, it'll be too extreme for them. The blood would be the blood of Terry Funk and Mick Foley, perhaps. Okay, maybe just mostly Mick Foley, but whatever. Anyway, Callihan. Absolutely on a roll here. Well, at TakeOver, the matchup will be a regular one-on-one matchup. All the matches at TakeOver, there's no special terms. All of them are one-on-one matches at TakeOver. Besides the tag team matchup, and it's just a regular tag team matchup. No special hardcore terms, no special gimmicks in the matches at all. So Callihan, perhaps not going to work out all the best, but he's doing very well for himself so far. But of course, Sami Callihan mostly thrives off the weapons, the extreme type stuff. Guerrero, of course, using his high flying ability, will work out well against Callihan, as Callihan just single-handedly killing every one of the Brood, especially Vampiro. Anyway, Chavo now inside the ring, and well, Sami Callihan still doing all the work here. Chavo and Gangrel are occupied in some way, somehow that happened to Gangrel. Anyway, Chavo off the ropes goes Vampiro, takes him down the side, how takedown with the pin. Looks like Chavo's feet are on the ropes for a second. Well, that Vampiro now body slam delivered to Chavo. Chavo meaning kick now, although he already had the rope break. And right now, elevated Boston Crab, knee wrenching, well, just pressing down onto the back of the neck, back of the head. Chavo now calling for the end here on Vampiro. Now Vampiro could help it, gets shoved for his troubles. Chavo single-handedly taking down every one of the Brood, including Gangrel and Vampiro, like so, kicking Gangrel, chopping Vampiro. Vampiro now on count of 1. Now on count of 2. Ladies and gentlemen, Chavo and Callihan, a very formidable tag team here, if I do say so myself. They've been doing absolutely amazing in this tag team matchup. They've been getting along good, on good terms. And Chavo nails a drop kick to Gangrel, just gets sent flying, aerodynamic, anticlimactic there. Callihan not having any of Vampiro, just taking him back to the outside. And Vampiro not having none of Callihan, takes down, okay, doesn't take down Chavo, he actually misses the drop kick. This matchup is all over the place here, ladies and gentlemen. The fact that no one has been counted out yet is kind of shocking. And now Vampiro, a couple of strikes to Chavo, trying to gain the upper hand here. Chavo answering back with a couple strikes of his own. He gets sent down to the outside for his troubles. Vampiro at this point, he needs to tag in Gangrel. Vampiro's been taking a whole lot of damage from this matchup, as the progress of Chavo and Callihan just continuously rule in this matchup for the most part. Prove. Vampiro tagging Gangrel at this point could be his best choice, but currently in the outside of the ring, no tags can be made. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a good go-home show so far. We had an amazing matchup, an amazing 2-minute matchup between Xavier Black and Brian Kendrick. That was an amazing ending. Black with the 450. Kendrick caught him into a suplex. And then we had a small package by Black. Then we had a sunset flip by Kendrick and a sunset flip by Black. It was beautiful. That's what you call a spot fest right there. Multiple reversals. It was beautiful. And Vampiro just body slams Chavo to the outside. Nasty fall for Chavo. Luckily enough, landing on the mat and not on the wood on the outside. Just on the outer area. The outer area of the mat. Anyway, Chavo. Of course, the NXT champion. He's been looking very strong. I believe he actually did defeat Bobby Fish. I can't fully remember if he defeated Bobby Fish or not. I think he did. In the whole matchup. Non-title, of course. Bobby Fish, of course, one half of the tag team champions. Fish, he's been getting showcased a whole lot. Like Bobby Fish, he gets a whole lot of singles matches here in NXT. Or at least more so than Kyle O'Reilly. He's been doing very well for himself. And Chavo tags and Sami Callihan. Callihan's been completely dominant throughout this whole matchup. And now, might as well call for the end right here. Vampiro could tap. Chavo keeping an eye out for Gangrel, but Vampiro does not tap. Vampiro now tagging in Gangrel. Gangrel's leg. He's just favoring his leg. He looks hurt here. He is limping some way along the matchup. During all the spots, I will assume Gangrel perhaps just hurt his leg. Trying to be formidable against Callihan here. See how long Gangrel can survive. As see right there just falling upon the own pressure, like his leg buckling, and he tags in Vampiro. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not even sure if Vampiro knows what's going on with Gangrel's leg, but anyway, Callihan somewhat connects with the figure four. I said figure four. Spin heel kick. And Vampiro trying to fight back here. At this point, I did say Vampiro tagging in Gangrel was his best choice here, because Vampiro, he's been taking a whole lot of damage. But maybe it's best to leave Gangrel by himself at this point, because Gangrel, he is limping. Looks like his leg buckled a couple seconds ago across the announcer's table before he tagged in Vampiro. And well, when you're facing off against Sami Callihan, especially if you're injured, that does not help out. Facing off against Sami Callihan or being injured alone, any one of those, is bad enough. But then when you add in those two, both at the same time, that's when you know that it's not going to be a good day for you. Especially since the matchup with Sami Callihan. But chokeslam by Gangrel takes down Callihan, and now Gangrel, oh Sonny, he's still somewhat limping, but he has pulled off a whole bunch of maneuvers there, chained them all together. Callihan wants to keep Gangrel inside the ring. He knows Gangrel is weakened. And Gangrel could easily go back inside the ring and outside the ring. But of course that does, hurt the leg just a tad bit more every time he moves around. Callihan is going to keep him isolated on the inside, wants to win this one perhaps very evenly. Callihan hasn't done any cheap tactics ever since coming here to NXT, nor did he do that in Raw. Along with Chavo, they've been pretty clean so far. Gangrel and Vampiro, I can't really say that. Of course, the history they had with the Hardy Boys back in Raw before they later then went to NXT. Of course, for the Raw Tag Team Championships. Anyway, now Callihan somewhat connects with Gangrel to the back of the head with a missile dropkick. And now, sharpshooter to Gangrel. That's not going to help out Gangrel here at all. Gangrel, is he going to tap? He does tap out his leg. Couldn't take the pressure anymore. Sami Callihan and Chavo Guerrero picks up a victory. Callihan submitting Gangrel. Ladies and gentlemen, what a matchup right there. What an episode of NXT. Go home show of NXT before takeover. Absolutely amazing. That was a great matchup. I actually really did enjoy that. So that was good. That was a good tag team matchup. Gangrel, ladies and gentlemen. Perhaps a possible injury. Of course, he did buckle his leg, I will assume. Of course, tapping out to his sharpshooter just moments ago. Limping, towards the end of the matchup. Callihan picks up a victory. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, NXT TakeOver. Callihan challenges Chavo Guerrero for the NXT Championship. That will be the main event of TakeOver. And TakeOver is the next episode of Universe Mode. And then after TakeOver, SummerSlam pre-show. After SummerSlam pre-show, SummerSlam. And then we all go from there. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching this episode of Universe Mode. Catch you all next time, which will be at NXT TakeOver. So, goodbye.